What is going on in the field? What you have collected? Tell me the truth. I don't want any fake okay reports.
Early morning, you wake up and suddenly someone say you are the chief in your office. So what's new rule you want to implement?
I know it very well that where are the loopholes. So if you don't allow me to speak or to give suggestions to my chief, how will the system work?
Go outside from Pakistan for to get a job. And definitely they face some issues when they didn't speak in English language. So what's your advice for those people?
At this age of my life, I realized that if you are reading so much, it will only enhance your writing skills, but it will never enhance your speaking skills. You know, there is a saying that there is no pain, no gain.
Hello guys, this is me Abu Bakr. So once again I'm here with the new interview challenge with my special guest from Pakistan, KPK, and it's so near with me. And this is my first interaction with Farhan Khan. Hello Farhan Khan.
Hello, Mr. Abu Bakr,
How are
and
you?
good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much. And
I'm
absolutely, this is a so rare case. I conduct interview with my like someone they are living near with me, and especially from Pakistan. So that's why I never say good evening, good afternoon because it's a huge difference when I interact with someone they are living in outside Pakistan. So I didn't understand what's time there. So this is my I think second time interact with someone they are living in Pakistan. So good evening once again.
good evening, sir.
Okay, so just introduce
Thank
yourself for our viewers. They're watching you first time.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Abu Bakr. Thank you for having me at this interview session. Well, my name is Farhan Zaid. I am from district Charsadda, in province is KPK, and my country is Pakistan, which is a South Asian country, and we are sharing borders with the China, Afghanistan, Iran, and India as well.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, tell about your journey. What you're doing in your life, especially on your job and especially your different activities.
Okay, let me first introduce myself as my educational background. As far as my educational background is concerned, I acquired a master degree in the field of computer sciences back in 2012. Later on, I also acquired a master degree in the field of political sciences and as well as in the field of international relations as well. Currently, I am working as a monitoring and evaluation officer at the Right to Services organization, which is funded by the USAID. Yes.
Okay, let's move to some another questions. Can you share your journey from the study computer science and political science also? Like because this is two different things, and how you merge that?
Okay, well, thank you. Let me share my story about these two distinct subjects and these two distinct fields. Firstly, when I completed my first degree at the field of computer sciences, I started my journey and started to find some new jobs. Luckily, I found a job in a local national NGO in the field of MIS monitoring, management information system officer. I got selected as an MIS officer. But after doing my job about 1 year, I realized that these technical positions are too dull for me, and I was not really enjoying my job. So when I see my seniors who were in the managerial position and who were in the administrative post, I realized that these posts are too good, and I also wanted to gain and achieve that positions. So, but one of the requirement for that managerial and administrative position was to have a degree in the field of social sciences. So I started my journey as well as in the relations administrative officer in a local NGO.
Okay, that's amazing. Well, I think there is a little bit distraction from the internet, and sometimes your voice is totally stuck there. I think. Okay, if you had a choice between the technology and politics, and so what would you choose?
Oh, okay, Mr. Abu Bakr, if I have to choose between the politics and the technology, of course, I will choose politics. Why? Because if you see around the world, you will find out that the most people who are in the decisive positions, who make decisions, are not the technologists, are not those people who are in the field of technology, but are actually those people who are either in the field of politics or either bureaucrats are in the field of establishment. Here we call it establishment, and you will find that both of these fields are not technical fields. So I will rather choose politics. Yes, not
Well, I
technology.
think technology have a huge role, especially in nowadays. If
Yes,
you if you focus if you focus on the Starlink and some another AI tools, definitely they have a huge hold in the world. Like recently, China launched DeepSeek, and it totally destroyed the US financially. So this is a huge war in this world between the two countries, and they have to achieve a lot of things to use different AI tools.
Yes, I agree with you, but this is what I feel. And this is my opinion. Yes, you may differ from me. You may also disagree with me, but
Okay,
yes.
okay. I no, no, I agree with you. Okay, you have worked with the both government NGOs also. So be honest. So what do you think? Which one is a better for you? The tea break and sometime in the meeting, definitely you enjoy some snack. So what do you think? Which one is a better for you?
Yes, I have already worked with the government sector and as well as in the social sector. For as far as the tea and the snacks are concerned, it's the NGO, of course, because they have a good budget for the refreshment. So I will go for the NGO. Yes.
Okay. So during your office works, definitely a lot of policies, sometime in, sometime out. So if you are a boss in your office and you have a lot of responsibility or authority also you have, so which rules you'll pass for your office?
If I were the chief or the boss, I will urge each subordinate to tell me the truth about the field work, the data he that collected from the field. I don't want just an okay report from my field and from my subordinate. I just want them to tell me the truth. And I think this is the quality of a leader or a boss or a chief, that he must be a good listener. He must ask from their subordinates who are in the field. They know much more about their field work, so they must listen about it. So if I were the boss, if I were the chief of my organization, I would obviously change the rule, not to listen from the other people, but listen from the subordinates and from the field staff. Yes.
This is a really a main thing. You must have to collaborate with your colleagues and subordinate. Definitely after that, when you pass anything, rules or regulation, even definitely that will work for all community. I really appreciate you if you follow this method when you have become a chief or boss. Okay, let's move to some another questions. When you start your journey, and how do you feel when you talk with someone in English, especially on your professional environment?
Okay, as far as I am concerned, I have studied almost for my whole life in English, but there was no mentor for me in the English language. Because our study and academics are also in English, we read a lot. But later on, at this age of my life, I realized that if you are reading so much, it will only enhance your writing skills, but it will never enhance your speaking skills. But for improving and enhancing your speaking skill, it is very necessary that you must listen. So listening is connected to the speaking, and if you want to enhance your writing, then you must read a lot. So I was on the wrong side of my early age. I was reading a lot of books in English, which ultimately improved my writing skills. But I was not able to speak English very fluently. Yet I am a learner, and I still have some deficiency in the speaking. But I am trying my level best. Later on, I found some friends online and some online applications which I used, with whom which I talked. Like you suggested me one of the chat bot, like from ChatGPT. I started talking with the ChatGPT, and it really helped me a lot. And thanks to you, you are also my mentor in this, enhancing my English. So I started my chatting and speaking with the ChatGPT, and it's really have a great impact on my speaking skills. Yes.
Yeah. And I think all the credit goes to you because you are so motivated to learn the English language and talk with someone. And when you join continuously the Zoom meeting and interact with the different foreigners from the US, especially the Big John, and different other members from different countries, when you interact with them and continuously you participate there. So that is the thing. From there, you get a lot of information, a lot of way of talking, especially you get from there. How can we interact with the different peoples, and especially when they start, there is some another room, and there you have one or two friends, one or two members there, That was amazing. Several questions you ask different people. So that is a really amazing. So from there, I think you get a lot of things. And later on, I give you some suggestion. But I think all credit goes to you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I agree with you. The Zoom meeting also helped me a lot. Like when I talked, I was having a fear that how will I will talk with some people who are not who are actually native speakers. But when I firstly started talking with one of the native speaker, like you talk about Big Johns, he's a great speaker. He's a great man. He helped me a lot. I always start trying to talk with him. But one problem I find in that Zoom meetings is that most of the people don't have the courage to speak in English, and we are also learning. But when the breakout rooms are considered to be considered, we go to the breakout room and not in the main room. There are people who are very weak in the English, and they even can't utter one word in English. So I don't think so that we will improve our English at that people, because as far as we are improving ourselves, we must talk with our seniors who are actually a native speakers, or at least those people who can speak English fluently. Because this is my opinion, you may differ from me, you may disagree with me, but I think if you want to improve your English, if you want to enhance your English speaking skills, you must speak with those people who are really good in English, or at least they are native speaker. If you don't find any native speaker, you must be talking some person who are really good in English. So this is the only way you can enhance your speaking skills. This is what I feel. You may differ from me. Yes.
Well, I agree with you, but I think there's a big problem is a time schedule. We have a huge difference between the Pakistan and South Korea or Pakistan and USA. So there's a huge difference. So that's the issue. The morning time there is a Professor Parnell and the Frida from Mexico. She have Zoom meeting or she have a class, and a lot of member from South Korea, and they are not a speaker and they speak very well, and I attend some meetings, but that is like a little early for us, around 5 o'clock, sometimes 6 o'clock. So maybe that is a little bit issues. Otherwise, when I was in States, definitely I attend 3 or 4 meetings full day. I was busy in front of my laptop and I talk with different people. But now it's really tough for me because I have a job and 8 to 9, something like that. But when I get free, that time I attend meetings or engage with the different peoples and interact with them. And I'll launch my YouTube channels, and there I invite the people from different countries and I'll ask several questions and then upload on my YouTube channels. So this is my new journey with the English. Okay, let's move to some another question. Yeah. So, what's your advice for those people? They are beginner English language. They want to speak with someone. They want to interact with someone, or they want to go outside from Pakistan to get a job. And definitely, they face some issues when they didn't speak in English language. So, what's your advice for those people?
Okay, one of the advice which I would like to give them that there is a saying that there is no pain, no gain. So you must give times to the to learning or to achieve anything. You must have to go through some difficult times, and you must have you must give them some work, some time to achieve anything. So this is the only one advice. And for the beginners, I would give the advice that don't be ashamed of talking with someone in English, because this is the fear. And one of my mentor told me that one of the thing is called acquisition. Before the age of 10, something you learn, it is called acquisition, because it is unconsciously learned in your brain. And after the age of attaining the age of 10 years old, you are now a learner. So you have a fear in your heart that if I talk to someone in English, he will embarrass me. So this may not be the case. So one more thing I would like to say to the beginners: what is your goal in English? Like what you want to achieve in English? Like if you want to enhance and improve your writing skills, and you just want to have a good writer, then just go read and read and read. And if you want to enhance your speaking skills, this is the only thing that if you must have to listen the podcast, you must listen to the interviews, you must listen to the movies, each and everything you listen in English, it will ultimately enhance your speaking skill. But after that, you must also practice with someone. There must be someone with whom you can practice in to suggest to the youngsters. Thank you.
This is a really, I really appreciate your all these tips, and this is really amazing because you face this situation in your life when you start your conversation with someone in initial stage, especially on Zoom meeting, and same that that method I refer for all these members. They are new, and I was so much shy when I started Zoom meeting and interact with someone. So I thought, all these are professionals in this field because they are discussing on these all these questions. So when I continues to attend the Zoom meetings almost 1 or 2 weeks, and then I realize some of they are a new member and they just start a conversation and they don't have enough knowledge, but they try. So I agree with you. So you must have take a time and just express yourself, and one day you are be a good speaker. So thank you so much for your this advice, especially for the beginner. Okay, so what's your advice for those people? They are a beginner in the school level because if you think about our school level, especially in Pakistan, there are just only read the books and write the questions and this preparation for the exam, but there's a no contribution. Just we work on our communications. So when we are complete our education, like from 10th grade, from 12th grade, and even from the 16 or graduations, we are not able to talk with anyone. So what's your steps or advice for students, especially they are still in school?
Yes, Mr. Abu. My only advice, as I said it earlier, that before attaining the age of 10, you don't learn any language. It is the natural way to learn language from the surroundings, from the environment. So it is good for the school students that if I could suggest to their teachers that always try to start to talk in the classroom in the English. It is the only way they can communicate, that they can enhance their English speaking skills. If in the surroundings each and every person speak in the English, ultimately it will enhance their communication skills. But if you consider them that by reading just grammars and tenses, and they will enhance their speaking skills, it will not go at that way. Yes.
One problem we face in our region, you didn't speak even single word of English in front of your friends, especially from your colleagues. So definitely will start laughing on you, and then you stuck there. So definitely you face that problem also in your environment. So when I start my journey, all my journey in the front of camera, the front of someone, they are sitting in the outside country, and I talk with them, and I never stuck. Even right now, when I meet with someone talk in English, so that time I didn't expose myself there because I use some wrong sentence or maybe I pronounce some word in a wrong pronunciation. Definitely to love and they degrade me. So that's why most of students, they don't want to try to speak up or start a conversation with someone in English, even in school also.
Yes, I totally agree with you. This is the real scenario. You have really greatly explained it very well. This is the real scenario that people make fun of you when you trying to talk with people in English. People trying to embarrass you in front of others. So you have explained it very well. I agree with you, Mr. Abu Bakr.
Okay. Okay, so let's move to some other questions. So, how do you spend your full day, morning to evening? Definitely, you have a job. So, without job, like in Sunday, you have a lot of time. So, what's you do for your English language?
As far as my weekend is concerned, I spend my weekend with my friends, my family members, and I don't study at the weekend. Some of the times I join the Zoom meetings. It on the Sunday it has a big chance meeting, so I always try to join that meeting because I like to talk with the native English speakers, because it really motivates me to people with whom I talk. They must be a good English speakers. So I try to talk with the Mr. John banker. As far as my other things is concerned, sometimes I read a lot of books when I come from my job and from my duties. I am a studious person, so I always studies and read books. So that's how I spend my day. First, from the morning, I go to my job. And doing my work at my office. After coming from there, sometimes I spend times with my friends for 1 and 2 hours at the afternoon. And after that, at the evening, I studied a book or watch an English movie and talk with my family members, like my wife and my children. So that's how I spend my whole day. Yes.
Okay, okay. Let's move to some another question. So, what's your limited vision for the future, the public service in Pakistan, and how do you plan to contribute in future also?
Mr. Abu Bakr, honestly speaking, I am not on a decisive positions. Like I am not on a managerial position. I am not the chief of my boss. And you know very well about the customs and the rituals and the rules and regulations here in our country. Because if you are not in the decisive position, you will not be able to change anything. Like I am just an implementer of the government rules and regulation. Whatever they said to me, I will just follow them and try to implement these things on my public. But hopefully, if I found any somebody who are on the decisive position, like in my organization, there is only one decisive post, and that is called chief of the organization, and who has the powers to make policies, to make the rules and regulations, and whatever he tell us, we have to follow the orders. So personally, I am not on the decisive positions, so I cannot change the system. For changing the system, you must have the power and you must have the decisive position. If somebody tell you that I have not any power and no power is needed to make any change, it is not a right thing. For making a change in Pakistan, in my country, whatever in the world, you must have power, you must have decisive position. If you have not any decisive position, you cannot change anything.
Okay.
So for the only thing, if you don't like any rule, if you don't like any thing, just follow it, reach the top and change the rule. This is the only phenomena and this is the only formula. If you don't like any rules, just follow it until you are the boss of the organization and you are on the decisive position, then you will be able to change the system. Otherwise not. Yes.
Okay, I totally agree with you. Okay, in case early morning you wake up and suddenly someone say you are the chief in your office. So what's new rule you want to implement in your office?
As I said it earlier, there is only one problem which I realized, and I found it very astonishingly that our bosses and our chiefs are never able to listen to their subordinates, as they are the bureaucrats. They are the bureaucrats. They are CSP officers. We call them civil services officers. So they don't hear to anyone, and they consider themselves that they are always right. The only things which I will try from your subordinates. This is the only thing, because we are the field workers. We work in the field, and we are the actual data collectors. And on the basis of these data, you can take decisions. We call it data-driven decisions. If the data is collected by me, I know it very well that where is the loopholes in the system. I know it very well that where is the loopholes. So if you don't allow me to speak or to give suggestions to my chief, how will the system work? So I will not. If one morning I wake up and I found that I am the chief of the organization, I will call a meeting of all my subordinates, all the staff, and will tell them that tell me the truth. What is going on in the field? What you have collected? Tell me the truth. I don't want any fake reports. I don't want any fake reports. Why you are giving me fake reports? Give me the truth. What loopholes are there in the system? How can we change it? How can we improve it? If we found a good leader, a good boss, he will definitely ask this question, and he will definitely do it. If I were the boss, I will definitely ask this from my staff. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Mr. Farhan Saib, and that was a really amazing conversation with you. We discussed a lot of things there and some diverse topic we discussed there. And once again, that's a really amazing conversation for me. So, okay, we have a few minutes. Do you want to say something the last moment?
Okay, thank you. Yes, Mr. Abubakar, we have already discussed so many things, but the one thing I would like to say to my audience who are listening to me, that in my country, I don't know about the whole world, what is going out in the world. But as far as my countrymen are concerned, let me give them one advice, that don't just follow the rat race. You are studying, the universities and the schools and colleges are creating degree holders, and they don't have any skills. Try to achieve some skills, whether it's a communication skills. Try to work on your communication skills, because it is a soft skills and it will greatly make you a successful man. And the other thing, always try to follow and pursue your passion, because success doesn't mean that you are earning in the field of your favorite profession is actually a success. If you are earning in your profession but you are not enjoying in your profession, it doesn't mean that you are a successful man. For a successful man, you must be earning in your own favorite field and your own favorite profession. So this is what I think, and this is what I believe.
Well, Mr. Franz, you remember me in the last one very special things I miss in my life. That was I visited Dubai in 2012, and one of my uncle, they are doing a job in the Jumeirah Beach Hotel, and there is a one multinational shop, and the shopkeeper, they want to hire a one person, and I was the person, I provide my CV and everything there, but they say, I don't need your educations, your degree, everything. Just speak up with me. If you are communicate with someone, they are come from the different country, you speak with them and sell some product on them. Okay, we can hire you. So that time, even I didn't speak in Urdu. So that was a huge disaster for me at that time. So I totally agree with you. The soft skills, the communication skill, that is a really, help out you in upcoming your career. Thank you so much for your time, Farhan. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye bye.